Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, I have just a little quote, and here it goes. It doesn't matter how it looks from the outside, what matters it is how it feels from the inside. I decided to share this with you today because we are Christmas and you might not be with your family for a reason or another. And sometimes we can observe our life from outside, and so we can, feel that we have to be sad, or that because people are asking, and who are you doing Christmas with? And if you have to answer, well, I am not going with my family, I'm not doing it with my family, you might feel like you need to feel sad about it. But at the end of the day, if you are not doing Christmas with your family, yes, maybe in an ideal world where we would want everything to be harmonious and good and everything, so there might be some kind of sadness there, right? But I guess that if you are not doing Christmas with your family, there is a good reason for it. So please consider how it feels inside. Not to have to deal with the stress. Everybody's situation is different, right? But I know that for me, for example, when I stopped going to family gatherings, I saw the positive side of it. I saw that I didn't have to deal with some toxic people that would be there and that would stress everyone out, and see everyone shut up and not say anything and allow this person to destroy everybody. And knowing that I didn't have to be in this kind of atmosphere was enough for me to be happy, to be so grateful that I don't have to be in this traumatic atmosphere anymore. So, just a reminder, it's easy to get lost in looking at our life from the outside without considering what it does in the inside, right? So, let's get into reading. Before we start, just a reminder, this is a group reading, which means that it can be for you, it can be partly for you, and it can not be for you. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here in order to bring you a little bit more confirmation, a little bit more information, insights, all those kind of things. If I am talking about masculines or feminines, I'm not especially talking about the gender, but I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So these two apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see, what are we talking about here? I wonder if I need to close. Yeah, I think that I will close a little bit here because sometimes my hands are washed out, and I will move the camera a little bit. So we have be open to receive, moon, talking about intuition, subconscious, emotions, fear, deceit, watching. In reverse, I'm happy to see that. Venus in reverse. I'm saying that I'm happy to see the watching in reverse because a lot of us are dealing with stalking, all those kind of things. So I'm happy to see the watching in reverse. Attractive, summer in reverse. Let's take 3 more. 1, 2 et 3. So we have freedom in reverse, North Node, which talks about destiny in the uprights, and reflecting in the reverse. Reflecting is talking about the shadow work. So somebody here didn't do their shadow work. I kind of feel that you were ready to receive, you were open, but it kind of feels that your intuition has told you that something was not okay. Maybe you have felt that people were much too much into your business. So you decided to step back from maybe a love offer, something like that. I kind of feel that you might have felt that even if it was presented like a love offer, that maybe you were dealing with someone who didn't know how to love properly. Maybe they were very much into passion, root chakra attraction, not high level attraction. You might have felt that the relationship was very much schmexual, that it was not evaluating to something deeper, right? It kind of feel that you lost faith in this connection and you wanted something that was aligned with you and where you are heading to. Maybe in the past you were more open to be adventurous with your relationships, but I kind of feel here that you got to a place where you were not into just let's see where it's leading. If you felt that there was something that didn't align with you, you put it to the side, and here we are talking about someone where I truly feel that you felt that this person was refusing any kind of shadow work, right? So I kind of feel that your intuition somehow may have told you, you know, yes, you might be attracted to this person, it can be fun, but at the end of the day, there is nothing more than that, right? And you might have realized that this person might not be able to offer you anything different than that. To be very honest here, I kind of feel that this relationship has been more important to you than the relationship itself, because it has allowed you to understand something about yourself. Maybe that you were done with the very intense relationships where it's all about passion and being very schmexual, and not that there is anything wrong with that, but there needs something more, right? Something deeper, something that you feel that there is a true foundation in this relationship. And I kind of feel here that it might not have been the case. We have Venus here in reverse. Venus is talking about beauty, love, the feminine energy. Masculine also carry the feminine energy, right? And so I kind of feel that you might have felt truly that it was more about rough passion. Let's say it this way. What else come to me here? In the seventh position with the Uranus energy in reverse, kind of feels to me here that you didn't have faith that this relationship was heading anywhere. And on one side, it could have been okay to stay in this relationship for a reason or another, but you decided that it's not. You decided that it was better for you to leave this space open. So we might be talking about a long time relationship that you have been into, hoping that it would switch at a certain moment to something else. Maybe from the outside it was looking like a real relationship, but I kind of feel that inside of you, you felt that you didn't have a real partnership, an emotional partnership. That yes, you might have been in a relationship, you might have even been married, living together, all of that, but kind of feel that you didn't feel the real partnership, the high level partnership, right? Um, yeah, this is what I feel here. Uh, what might have been um, confusing to you, it is the attraction. I know that very often people feel that it's not so easy to find someone that you are attracted to. So when already you find someone that you are attracted to, and I think that maybe, I don't know, I'm a woman, so I can only talk from the side of women, but for women it's very often the case. Like it's not so easy to find someone that you are attracted to. So when you already find someone that you are attracted to, it is kind of, oh yes, okay, I found someone, like if you found a treasure, but somebody very attractive, but for the rest they are not a real partner in a relationship. So what is it truly worth? Also that we know that the attraction after some time it dissolves, right? Especially when the person doesn't make you feel whatever we need to feel. Also, very often, uh, there is something, um, how can I say that? Uh, Something that makes you feel very much alive in those relationships that at the end of the day are not truly built on a safe foundation, right? There is something that there are the highs, the lows, and you feel alive. There is something, there. But at the end of the day, this also becomes tiring. Because a relationship should be some kind of stability in your life, something that you can count on. And in those relationships where it's all very passionate and there is those highs and lows, a lot of energy goes into uh, those relationships, and precious energy that you should be able to put into your life. Why we often can get lost into those relationships? Because there are these highs and lows, first of all, and also if our life is not very exciting, this is the exciting part of our life. But at the end of the day, it is much wiser to have a life that is exciting. Um which you might have a job that you don't love, but you can on the side have something that is truly exciting you. You can start a side job, for example, or nourishing a passion, or taking care of yourself, of your health, of your body, and this can make your life very exciting. The excitement should be into your life, and then you truly appreciate when you're home is peaceful. And when I'm saying your home, we are talking about your inner self, but we are also talking about your relationship, right? So let's see why are we getting this. I choose a deck that I'm not using a lot because it is a little bit childish, but I like it, and I thought that as it's Christmas and it somehow speaks to people's inner child, I would use this deck. So let's see. What should we know here? The Hermit in reverse. The Nine of Cups in reverse. and the Eight of Swords in reverse. I feel here that you might have felt that you were in a relationship where somebody was hiding a lot of things. I feel that you might have tried to bring it to another level, but you were dealing with someone that was very secretive, and you didn't feel safe. You might have felt trapped in your mind a lot, trying to understand what is going on, but I feel that the reason why it is because someone didn't want to be vulnerable, and it was coming from a place of lack of self-confidence, but this person doesn't present themselves as having a lack of self-confidence. They are not open about it, but what they are doing, it is being very secretive, and you intuitively might have felt that there were gaps there that made you feel that you were not on solid grounds, right? With this Eight of Swords here, I kind of feel that you felt trapped. You might have been overthinking, but I kind of feel that you felt emotionally trapped, which, with the attract here being here, with the intuition being here, I kind of feel that you might have been dealing with someone that is kind of a little bit narcissistic, somebody who has a narcissistic wound, that feels the need to be very much in control. We have also this card here of the shadow work in reverse, someone who is not doing their shadow work because they are avoiding their own mirror, they live behind a mask, and they are trying to protect themselves. But I kind of feel that it left you a lot of place to... you might have felt that you needed to fill the blanks. And so you were overthinking a lot because you felt that you needed answers that you didn't get, and so you were trying to find the answers. And because this person is not honest, I kind of feel that they made you feel that you might be the problem when you were asking questions. But in fact, it was just that they didn't want to reveal themselves. This is the reality. Because they were feeling safe hiding who they are. It is not somebody who can be vulnerable, right? Tell me more here, please. Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles here and the Lovers in reverse. I feel that what might have been very confusing to you, it is that on one side, this person made you feel that they didn't want to let you go. So when you might have been hesitating and wondering, but does this person even wants to be in a relationship with me? Because I don't know. Something here is telling me that maybe they don't even want the relationship. But this was the truly confusing part, because on one side you felt that they were truly holding on to you. They really didn't want to let you go. They truly wanted the relationship, but on the other side, their behavior was saying something totally different. Totally different. And I kind of feel that the reason why it is because the true question that you should have asked yourself, it is not if they want the relationship, but it is if you are fulfilled in the relationship. This was the true question. But I kind of feel that with all this mindfuck that you were experiencing in this relationship, you didn't get to the real question. You were stuck on the question, what do they want? And it made you put to the side the main question, which is, what do I want? Do I get what I want? The Lovers in Reverse. Because if you would have asked yourself this question, you would have realized that no matter how much passion and attraction there was in this relationship, it is all there was. That for the rest of the time, you were not truly happy in this relationship, right? Maybe you were holding on to memories or things like that, or projecting your own desires. When you are filling the blanks, the problem with that, right? When somebody is not answering your question, or when you have a lot of time by yourself, then you might be remembering the good times that you have. So in your memory, this becomes part of your reality. So, you know, when you are remembering something over and over and over again, then it takes more space in your mind. It becomes something more stable in your mind. And very often people who are not truly dedicated emotionally in relationships, they will create good memories. It is the love bombing phase. And they are counting on the fact that you will remember those good moments. And when they are not present, they are not next to you, you will remember those good memories. Every time that you are thinking, yeah, you know what? In fact, I feel lonely in this relationship. This person, I don't know what's going on with them. You would fill those moments with the memories that you have. And this will soothe your feeling of loneliness. And it will override the reality that you are truly experimenting in this relationship. And they are counting on it, right? Tell me more here, please. Ace of Cups. Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there was something very stagnant in this relationship. Very stagnant. You needed to fill your heart space by yourself. And I kind of feel here that whenever you were trying to bring something up, maybe this person was easy to say, yeah, you know what, we don't need to talk about it. I'm sorry, you are right. But they would do exactly the same thing. Because in fact, if they were doing that, if they were apologizing, there are some people that don't apologize at all, right? Because they are too prideful for that. But if they did, some people are using an apology in order to try to avoid the discussion. And here I kind of feel that this is what we are talking about. Somebody that would easily say, oh, but you know that I love you, but I know that my intentions, you know that my intentions are the best. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. They're just finding all kind of excuses. But mainly the apology here, it is more in order to block the conversation itself. Because they don't want to be vulnerable. Because they are hiding something. And what they might be trying to hide, it is that they have no true emotional involvement. Not because there is an issue with you, but because they are so much protective of their own heart space that they are unable to bring that into the connection. And this is why you might always feel unsafe in this connection, because this person, the true glue that truly bond two people together, it is in being vulnerable one with the other, and it is the true love. But when somebody is protecting their heart space and they leave their relationship connections in a superficial way, it might look good from the outside, but your intuition, it is screaming at you that you don't feel safe. And it is because if you look under the surface, you realize that emotionally this person is protecting themselves, which means that at each second they can leave because there is no true emotional involvement in this connection. Even though from outside it might look like everything is okay, right? Tell me more here, please. Page of Swords in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, we are talking here about someone controlling. Someone controlling. Someone who feel the need to control, be in control of their own feelings, in fact. It is someone that doesn't truly know how to manage their own emotions and their own feelings. So they are extremely either controlling towards others, and this might be a controlling tactic here, right? To immediately say, yes, I apologize, we don't need to talk about it, let's move on, okay? I won't do that anymore. And they will. They absolutely will, because you didn't discuss it. They didn't want to get into the discussion. This is a avoidance technique here. And at the end of the day, there is here a lack of clarity. This might also be talking about lies. This might be talking about manipulation. This might also be talking about the fact that you might feel the need to... this might be talking about stalking, right? But I kind of feel more that it is maybe that you might have felt the need to check what is going on because intuitively you feel that something is not okay. And you don't feel comfortable with it, but I kind of feel that this is the only way that you felt that you could get some kind of answers about something. But you don't like it. It doesn't make you feel good about yourself. I know personally that one thing that I learned in my life, it is that when I am in a connection with someone, and it doesn't matter what it is, it might be friendship, it might be a relationship, it doesn't matter. If at a certain moment I feel the need to do something that I'm not aligned with, this is my sign that I need to step out. Because if I feel the need to act out of character, I am punishing myself at the end of the day, because I will carry the guilt or the discomfort of needing to act in a way that is not in alignment with myself, and this is my sign that this relationship is not healthy for me. This is what I learned, right? So I kind of feel here that you might have felt that like you know, if you needed to check what was going on there, and you don't like it because then you feel like you are controlling when you are not somebody controlling, but it's because your intuition is screaming at you, screaming that something is not okay. And then this person can tell you, yeah, but you are controlling, how dare you? And because you feel uncomfortable because truly this is not you, you feel lost, because when they are telling you that, they are telling you that because in fact they are hiding a lot of things, and they don't want you to be able to feel okay with checking them. So they are accusing you of something, but you are taking the accusation because, yes, you feel that you are controlling, in fact. But this is a reaction to something else, which doesn't mean that it's okay. As said, the right thing to do is, I think, as soon as you feel that you need to do something that you are not in alignment with, this should be for you an alarm, you know, telling you, you know what? This is not me. I wouldn't do it normally. And so if I am doing that, or if I feel the need to do that, there is here something that is not okay, right? Tell me more here, please. The Tower. Yeah, the Tower and the Three of Swords. Yeah, something needs to fall down. Something needs to fall down. And I kind of feel that something did fall down and it broke your heart. There is some kind of information that you might have found somehow by looking around a little bit. Something very shocking that broke your heart. But I personally feel that the worst place that you can be in, it is in confusion, when you don't know what's happening. This is the worst place that you can be. So accepting the truth might be very hurtful, awakening to some kind of betrayal, or awakening to the fact that you were right all the time. It is very painful, but the most energy draining, it is when you are in this phase of instability where your intuition is screaming at you and you don't know what's happening because this person is lying, gaslighting, not answering your question, making you feel that you are the problem. This is the most painful part, in fact. Once you know what's happening, yes, it is very painful, but you can start the healing process, right? Tell me more here, please. What should we be aware of? Yeah, because this is the moment, right, when you don't know what's going on. This is when you have no control. You have no control. And the more time you give it, the weaker you feel. The more crazy you feel, the more emotionally disrupted you feel. So you needed to take a leap of faith. And you did right. You did right. Let's see here with this Fool. Let's see what information I can get here about this Fool. Tell me more here, please, about the Fool. 4 of Cups. 10 of Cups. You had to allow yourself to look deeper and listen to your intuition. You might have accepted to you might have accepted the excuses for some time. You might have accepted the gaslighting for some time. But I kind of feel that at a certain moment you realize that you had to be open to receive what your intuition was telling you. Not put it to the side. I love to see this 10 of Cups here. First of all, we might be talking here, of course, about a relationship, and this is what it felt to me. But as this 10 of Cups is here, we might also be talking about family somehow. I don't know how it's related, but it might be, right? So you had to be open to accept some kind of reality and see that there is no 10 of Cups in this relationship. There is no happily ever after in this relationship. I kind of feel that the moment that you open yourself to accept the reality that you might have accepted to push to the side for a certain moment, you opened the option for you to truly have a happily ever after. So maybe not with this person, but I kind of feel that you realize that the happily ever after will not be with this person. And it's an important step in order to be able to put it to the side and then be able to get your happily ever after. And so you took a leap of faith, maybe by leaving, because you understood that you would never feel safe in this relationship, the Strength card in reverse, you would never feel safe in this connection. So you had to take a leap of faith. And this is leading you to the happily ever after. What you would have never had if you would have stayed in this connection. Tell me more here, please. Tell me more here, please. I kind of feel at the moment that you decided to move forward. We have the Chariot here, take back the reign of your life. And you deciding of the direction that you are going towards. They didn't make it easy on you. We have the Five of Swords here, winning at all cost. Lying, manipulating, gaslighting, maybe accusing you. You might have had a very strong reaction, but I kind of feel that this is a little bit what confused you in the past, that made you doubt what this person truly wanted, because I kind of feel that on one side, you felt that this person was not truly investing in the relationship and you were wondering if they truly wanted to be in the relationship. But by their reaction, when you were ready to step out, they convinced you by their reaction, by how they were ready to fight for it, that they wanted to be in the relationship. But in fact, it is someone who is all about control and winning. So it's not that they want to be in the relationship. And at the end of the day, as said, it is not if they want to be in the relationship. The real question is, are they able to be the partner that you need? This is the true question. Are they able to be the partner that you need? And I kind of feel that once you got to the place where you said, okay, you know what? I'm done here. You could clearly see here this thing that might have kept you stuck in this relationship for a long time. Because you were looking at the fact that they were fighting for your relationship. It became very obvious to you that it was very selfish, in fact. Wait, I'm looking. Yeah, you kind of can see here the Strength card. I kind of felt that this is the moment when you had some kind of clarity, because you were disconnected now emotionally of your hope. Before that, when they were in this energy, they were succeeding to regain you, because you were still attached to some kind of hope. But now that you were not, you took back control over your heart space and your life. You could see clearly what they were doing. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? The Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel that once they did that, after you released the hope, I kind of feel that the hope was what was blinding you somehow. That those were the colored glasses that made you eat whatever they were saying here, right? Because you were hoping. And I kind of feel at the moment that they did that while you truly disconnected from the hope, it even made you see them as not attractive at all anymore. Even this passion that was holding you together somehow, even that was not there anymore. It was over. Totally over, because you saw what you did there, trying to convince you to stay. You saw it through a very, very different light. And so suddenly you even didn't find them attractive anymore. It just confirmed to you that it was truly done and over with. It's like you took out the rose-colored glasses and now you could see somebody totally different in front of you. Tell me more here, please. Maybe closure? Ace of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. You saw very clearly that they were trying to confuse you. That everything that came out of their mouths, it was lies, manipulation. I feel that you, at that moment, you, as said, you didn't have your pink colored glasses anymore, and everything became so clear, so clear. You could see the lies, you could see the manipulation, you could see how this person, in fact, was feeding confusion. Feeding confusion. That you were so open to understand them, and because you were so hopeful that in fact you wanted to believe them, but suddenly it was not possible anymore. You saw their words exactly for what they were: lies and manipulation. It was just there in order to confuse you. This person would say everything that they felt that was the right thing to say in order to confuse you. They knew that you were hopeful, and so they would feed your hope, which you might think logically, why would somebody do that? Why? If they are not truly attached to me, but you cannot compare. You cannot compare because you are not operating from the same place. You don't want to be in a relationship if it is not what you truly want, right? We are talking here about someone who is avoidant. So they are also avoiding their own choices, their own life. They are avoiding everything. Their energy is going into escape. This is what it is. And I feel at the moment that truly, right, because you were disconnected from this hope, you could see those lies for what they were. And this healed you. This healed you in a second. In a second. Doesn't mean that it was a total healing, maybe, right? Maybe you had still a downfall after, or, healing is not it's not like there are ups, there are downs, there are things that come back to you with time, but I kind of feel that there is part of this story that was healed the moment that once again they did what they did all the time, and you could see it for what it was. Suddenly, you switched a phase. It was not the same anymore. You were not... you didn't feel the need to heal the fact that you are rejected by someone that you love, because you didn't love them anymore. Because immediately you saw something that was so obvious that before you were making excuses for. Now that you were not making any excuses, it was over. They lost their magic. They lost their magic. You could see behind the mask. It was obvious. You were not confused anymore. And this healed part of you. Now it was about healing you, about what you experience and why you try to fill the blanks, why you let hope blind you. This might be the healing, but it was not healing the rejection, because you fell out of love. I think that this is the right way to say it. Yes, you regained total clarity. You regained total clarity. You knew that you wouldn't have anything solid with them. That whatever they presented themselves to be, they were not. It's like the mirror broke. It totally broke. You saw it very, very clearly. Suddenly you had the proof in front of you. Maybe a proof that you had before, but as said, you were blinded by hope. You were blinded by hope. Suddenly you were not blinded anymore. You saw it exactly for what it is. Someone that you cannot trust. Someone that might be entertaining third parties. Someone that is not healthy. Simply. No regrets. No nostalgia. None. Over and done with. I even feel that maybe before you tried to leave the relationship, but emotionally it was hard. It was hard because you were still in love. Now it was not even about being in love. It was done. It was done. Now it was about you taking care of yourself, taking care of your life. That's it. Because there was no faith in this relationship anymore. Nothing. It was over. Totally over. You were ready now for a new beginning. Kind of feel that this relationship was very much a relationship that put you into your North Node. I kind of feel that this relationship might be the relationship that has taught you more about your own intuition and about yourself. I kind of feel that even though this relationship might have been very, very painful, at the same time, it has, and it's not this person, right? It is you with yourself. You have learned a lot of things about yourself, about how you will proceed in the future, about you and your intuition, about you and filling the blanks, about you and your hope, about you and your needs. Yeah. I truly feel that this might be the relationship that created the switch in yourself. That now you would never ever doubt your intuition anymore. That now maybe you would ask the right question. And the right question is not, is this person truly wanting to be with me or not? The right question is this person truly the partner that I need in my life? Are they providing to me emotionally what I need? I will leave it here. I hope that it was interesting, maybe healing. I'd love to read you in the comments, and I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. And once again, if you are celebrating Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas. Bye.